Hello everyone, welcome back. In our previous lecture, we started class A subnetting. Today we are going to continue, and if you do remember, okay dears, if you do remember, this was our previous lecture IP address 10.10.0.0.0. Okay, so we subnet this 10 network and we borrow 2 bits, 1 bit, we borrow 2 bits, and we also borrow 3 bits. Okay, when we borrowed 2 bits, so it were giving us 2 subnetworks. When we borrow 4 bits, so it were giving us 4 subnetworks, and when we borrow 3 bits, it was giving us 8 subnetworks. So 2, 4, 8, they are subnetworks of network 10. Okay, 10 was our main network. 10 was our main this network. The classful default subnet mask was 255.0.0.0. After borrowing 1 bit, subnet mask was 255.128.0.0. After borrowing 2 bits, 255.192.0.0, and after borrowing 3 bits, it was 255.224.0.0. Remember, here only 1 bit, and here 2, and here 3. Okay, 3 mean here the 3 bits are on because they are borrowed bits. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's more than 8. Okay, so these 3 bits are on. What is the first most significant bit value? 128. The second one is 64. The third one is 32. So it's equal to 224. Okay, so the value of these 3 on bits in decimal is equal to 224. Okay, and in binary it's 1 1 and 0 0. Remember, here we have 8 on bits, and here in the first octet and second octet we have 3 on bits. These are called prefix bits. Okay, and these are called here and called suffix bits. Okay, today we are going to borrow 4 bits. Let's move ahead. We are going to borrow number of borrow bits will be equal to 4. So after borrowing 4 bits, let's find out number of subnetworks what number of host per subnetwork. Okay, and subnet mask. And last range of each subnet. Okay, these are the value which we will try to find after borrowing multiple or different number of bits. First we have to find this, second this, and fourth. So how many bits are borrowed? 4 bits. What is the formula to find the number of subnetworks? 2 power n. So what is the int value? The number of borrow bits. So 2 power 4 is equal to 16. We have how many subnetworks? 16 subnetworks. Number of hosts per subnetwork. The formula is what? 2 power h minus 2. H means the number of host bits. So how many host bits are here? See, it's class A. So in class A, the default number of bits are how much? It means the first octet 8 bits. How many bits are borrowed with? 4 bits. So it's equal to how much? It's equal to 12. How many are remaining? Very simple, 32 minus 12. 32 is the total number of bits, okay, and minus 12 means the 8 the default and 4 are the borrow. Both prefix bits will be removed, so it's equal to 20. So here this is the number of host bits, okay, so 2 power 20 minus 2 is equal to number of host bits, okay. We will calculate it later. Subnet mask, okay, in the second octet how many bits are on? 4 bits are on. So these 4 bits mean, okay, what is the value of this? 128 plus 64 192 plus this 224 plus this is the 16, it means 240, okay. So the subnet mask will be 255 240.0.0, okay. 255 mean 8 bits are on, 240 mean only 4 bits are on, okay, and this is the value, the 240 is the value of these 4 bits, and the rest is what? Half. And now the difficult one, range of each subnetwork, okay. It's very simple, okay my dears. See, first you have to keep in your mind the default value. What was the default value? The default value was 10.0.0.0 end on 255.255. We borrow bit from which octet? From the second octet. So what is the value of this second octet? 256. Okay, the total range which belongs to 10. Now it is divided into how many subnetworks? 16 subnetworks. Okay, so now take this 256 divided by 16. 256 divided by 16 is equal to 16. Okay, is equal to 16. So it means the each subnetwork range is 16 in the second octet, like this. 16 means this, okay, from 0 to 15, from 16 to 31, okay, from 32 to 47, from 48 to 64, from 65. If you are confused, what will be the next? Very simple. To this 64, calculate what? 16. So 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. 0 is here, 1 is here, 1 plus 6 7, and 1 plus, okay, this, okay, here is a mistake. Remember, this value must be always odd value, okay, it must be 63. So if you're in the next value should be what? 64. Okay, what will be the next point? Simple, 16 plus this. So here 3 plus 6 is equal to 9, and here 7, so 79. Next is what? 18. What will be next? Plus 16. So 9 plus this 15, 5, 1 is here, it's 8 plus 95, okay, 95. Next will be 96. What is next? 16. 5 plus this, it's 11, it's 10, and 11, it's 1 1 11 1 1, okay, and so on up to 255. Remember, you have to complete 16 ranges, okay, because each range for each subnetwork, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 1 11 1 1 12 up to 127, okay, this is the 8 one. So now let's write the ranges of a few of these subnetworks, okay. The first subnet 1 means subnetwork 1. Start from where? Start from 10.0.0.0 end on 15.255.255. Why 15? Because you can see start from 0 in on 15. Subnetwork 2. 10.16.0.0, 10.31.255.255. Subnetwork 3. 10.32.0.0, 10. If you are confused, 47.255.255. Subnetwork 4. 10.48.0.0, 10.63.255.255. Okay, and the first and last valid address, very simple, increase 1 and decrease 1 here from the last one. 0 is the network and this is the broadcast. First valid is start from 1 and the last valid is this one. Okay, same here, increase 1 and decrease. So on 32, 10.47.255.254, 10.48.0.1, 10.63.255.254. Okay, now subnet 5, subnet 6, subnet 7 and subnet 8. This will be your homework. It means practice it. Okay, if you face any confusion or question, then we will discuss it. Okay, now let's borrow the one more bit. Okay, the same, if you are going to borrow for example 5 bits or 6 bits or 7 bits or 8 bits, the process is the same. Okay, let me practice for you guys. I will borrow 8 bits. Okay, and then we will start next lecture. There I will try to borrow 9 bits. There is a little there is a trick. I want to show you that trick, that how you can divide or how you can find the range of each subnetwork after borrowing 9 bits, because in 9 bit we will borrow the bit from the third octet. Still we are in the second octet. Okay, and we are borrowing bits from there. Now I am going to borrow is equal to 8. So what will be the number of subnetworks? Very simple. Okay, 2 power 8 is equal to 256. Number of subnetworks is equal to 256. Number of hosts per subnetwork, 2 power h minus 2. What is the h value? H value is 16. How it's 16? Because the 8 bits were the default, 8 bits are borrowed, so is equal to how much? 16. So total bits is how much? 32 minus 16 is equal to 16. So 16 bits are remaining and they are host bits. So 2 power 16. So 2 power 16 is equal to 65,536 minus 2, 65,534. Okay, this is the host per subnetwork, the number of hosts per subnetwork. In this 256 network, in each subnetwork I will have 65,534 valid hosts. Do you remember, by default, according to the classful approach, the number was 16,777,000. Okay, but now it's reached to what? It decreased to 65,000. Mean we decrease the number of this host bits. Okay, we decrease the number of host bits. Whenever there will be more number of each bits, okay, the number will be more. Like before it was 224 and now it is 216. So in 224 it was 16,777,214 and now here it is 65,534. Okay, minus 2. So the huge difference, and how this huge difference come, because we give 8 bits from the host part to the network part, and that's why the number of host bits are get decreased. So let's find out subnet mask. The subnet mask will be 88 mean 255.255.0.0. 88 means 16 are the network bits, 88 means 16 are the host bits. Okay, so 255 and 0 and 0. Okay, now number of ranges, no, range of each subnetwork. Okay, what was the second octet range? Obviously 256. How many subnetworks? 256. So divide by 256 is equal to what? Is equal to 1. So it means each number in the second octet is itself a network, like this. For the very first subnetwork 1, change the color, 10.0.0.0, and the very last, yes, 10.0.255.255. Subnet 2, 10.1.0.0, 10.1.255.255. See, 0 is a network, 1 is a network, because the number is what? 1. Start from 0, in on 0. Start from 1, in on 1. Subnetwork 2, 3, sorry, 10.2.0.0, 10.2.255.255. Subnetwork 4, 10.3.0.0, 10.3.0.0. Okay, oh, it's not 0, 0, it's 255. 255, so this 3 will become 4. Okay, and the 4 will, a next network will be started, next subnetwork will be started, and the subnet mask of each subnetwork is the same, 255.255.0.0, 255.255.0.0, same. Okay, so class A, subnetting, CIDR value. Okay, let's talk about CIDR value. What will be the CIDR value of this address? It's 10.0.0.0/16. Okay, this is called CIDR notation. CIDR notation represent what? Represent number of prefix bits. Okay, prefix bits mean what? Prefix bits mean on bits. Okay, on bits mean what? Including the default and borrow bits. Okay, both. borrow bits and default bits. So here we know that 8, the first octet is by default the class, okay, it's prefix, but here the second octet is completely borrowed, okay, from the suffix. So the CIDR notation represent what? 16 on bits. And so what is the 16 on bits value if you want to write it in a form of subnet mask or decimal value? It's 255.255.0.0. Remember this 255 mean it's 256, okay, but it starts from 0 up to here. Thank you, dear students. I hope you guys understand subnetting. If you have any question, you can ask me. So next in our lecture number 3 about subnetting, we will continue the same class A subnetting, but we will try to borrow 9 bits, okay, and so on. Remember, in class A, maximum bits we can borrow is equal to 22. Okay, 22 mean what? We can borrow, for example, octet number, first octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. From the second octet we borrow 8 bits. From here we can borrow 8 bits, and here we can borrow 6 bits. Okay, so when we will borrow 22 bits, host bits will remain how much? Host bits is equal to 2. Okay, and we cannot decrease it from 2. Why? We will discuss it. So maximum bits we can borrow in class A is 22, and till now we try to borrow 8 bits. In our next lecture we will try to borrow 9 bits and so on. Thank you very much. See you in the next lecture.